Hello, you are watching This is Cambodia. Coming up in today's program in local news, Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has joined the ranks of a number of world leaders in congratulating Cambodian Premier Samdech Hun Sen and his party for his winning the election. Cambodia's major commercial bank ACLIDA was not affected by the recent massive cash withdrawals following the Sunday's election. This is according to an overseas rating agency. In lighter news, French wingsuit flyers have shown off their talent. They were flying from the cliffs of the French Alps. Hello, I'm General Lars. It's Wednesday, July 31st. We begin with local news. A number of world leaders have congratulated the election victory of the ruling Cambodian People's Party and the Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen. They included leaders from Thailand and Bangladesh. This is according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Meanwhile, the world also praised free, fair and peaceful election in Cambodia. But so far, the opposition is yet to accept the election results.
Thailand's Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra has congratulated her Cambodian counterpart Samdech Hun Sen on his election victory. This is according to a congratulatory letter published on the official website of Cambodia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Yingluck says under Samdech Hun Sen's leadership, Cambodia will continue to prosper and overcome all challenges ahead. The letter says Thailand is also committed to further strengthening its long-standing relationship, friendship and cooperation with Cambodia. Yingluck was confident that under Samdech Hun Sen's guidance, bilateral relations between Cambodia and Thailand will advance for the mutual prosperity and benefit of the two peoples and countries. On Monday, Bangladesh also congratulated Prime Minister Hun Sen for his victory in the election. Others congratulated Cambodia for the elections in general. According to election observers, the 2013 elections were free and fair. However, opposition party, the Cambodian National Rescue Party, has said that there were irregularities. Some countries have said that such claims should be investigated.
An overseas ratings agency said that the recent massive cash withdrawal after polling station closed on Monday did not affect ACLIDA Bank. The agency said about $4 million was withdrawn on Sunday evening. The surge of cash withdrawal from ATMs was due to the fear of social disorder after election ended. Standard & Poor's rating agency in Singapore said in a statement on Tuesday that the enormous cash withdrawal on Sunday night did not influence ACLIDA Bank. On Sunday evening after the election closed, about $4 million was withdrawn from the bank's ATMs. Sunday's withdrawal was 2 to 3 times larger than usual. According to the statement, ACLIDA Bank, which has the largest ATM network in the country, had $1.5 billion on deposit in June. However, the agency said that the bank might need to rely on the central bank for more cash in case social disorder or protests continue. Cambodian rubber has decreased in value over the past 3 months. Experts say global supply growth and falling prices are the factors behind the decrease. This is according to the news report in the English language newspaper The Phnom Penh Post.
The price of dried rubber is now $2,100 per tonne, a sharp decrease from the $3,100 per tonne in March, according to an official at a major rubber export company. The Phnom Penh Post quoted the official as saying falling prices have affected rubber exports. Competitiveness and profitability are affected because sales revenues are dropping, while production costs are high, the official said. Reuters reported earlier this week that Asian rubber prices were set to fall due to rising supply and slowing demand. Exporters have voiced concerns that the price will continue to fall, strongly affecting their business. According to recent data, during the first 3 months of this year, rubber exports from Cambodia were up over 17% from a year earlier. China is by far Cambodia's key market for rubber products.
The Sea Festival was not celebrated last year when the country was mourning for the late King Father's death, but this year the festival will be resumed at Khmer province, which will last for 2 days in December. An official said that the festival this year is expected to attract a lot of tourists. The Cambodia Sea Festival will be celebrated on the 7th and 8th of December in Khmer province. The festival will include exhibitions, art, and multiple sports. This is according to Vat Jamran, Secretary General of the National Olympic Committee of Cambodia. Sports for the festival include jet skiing, paragliding, a marathon, a triathlon, and other sports. The Secretary General said thousands of tourists are expected to attend the festival. The festival was first celebrated in 2011 on the occasion of the New Year countdown in Sihanoukville, and over 50,000 people attended. The festival was held partly to congratulate Cambodia's beaches, as the country was accepted into the club of the most beautiful bays of the world in May 2011. That's all in part 1. When we come back, we will bring you more news from the region and around the world. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Germany is renowned as a nation of beer drinkers, but the growing popularity of specialist craft brewers suggests the clientele are becoming increasingly discerning.
Jürgen Sokalski has carefully guarded the secret recipe of his beer for the last 10 years. Crafted in shiny copper tanks in his boutique brewery in Potsdam near Berlin, quality is king. The beer is brewed in small batches and he produces just 1,000 hectolitres each year. It's not available in shops or supermarkets, only in the brewery's adjoining bar and restaurant.
If people want to drink it at home, they can bring along their bottles or barrels to refill here. We don't use all the usual big distribution channels. That's what we want to avoid.
Despite the small production and zero advertising, the drink is proving successful and reflects the growing popularity of Germany's craft beer scene.
My beer is not very hoppy, and it's quite spicy. It's a hit with women who usually aren't too keen on beer, so we're tapping into a new market. It's been a hit with the ladies.
Small breweries like Jürgen's are seeing their quality premium products translate into sales. Germans are beginning to drink less but better quality beer.
Fruity esters, tasty, refreshing. With this weather, it's really exceptional to drink.
Beer consumption in Germany is down year on year, with the average person consuming 107 litres annually. So the success of these craft breweries is all the more impressive, indicating a new discernment amongst Germany's beer drinkers.
A sculpture of Venezuela's former leader Hugo Chavez will soon be unveiled at Cuba's Wax Museum. A sculpture was made by a self-taught family of wax figurine artists. Venezuela's Chavez died of cancer in March at age 58.
Cuban musician Compay Segundo, immortalized in wax. It's one of several sculptures in the Wax Museum of Cuba, which includes replicas of Ernest Hemingway and Cuban independence hero José Martí. Every piece in the space was created by Rafael Barrios and his two sons, Leander and Rafael. Now the trio is working on another addition to the collection, a life-size figure of former Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez.
Y ha sido un baluarte para muchos países y para Cuba también.
He has been a bastion for many countries, and for Cuba as well, because he had good ties to Cuba. He loved the Cuban people, and I think everyone should identify with him because of what he created, what he did.
Cosas que él creyó, las cosas que él hizo.
Rafael Barrios says his sons have no formal training and learned everything from practical experience.
They did not study arts, plastic arts, but they have researched fundamentally on the problems of anatomy, proportions, and topics directly related with art.
The museum, which houses 70 pieces made by the Barrios family over a 20-year period, will soon welcome the Chavez figure as number 71.
3 Frenchmen have been wingsuit flyers for 9 years now. Their suit features a fabric that resembles wings, slowing their fall. Here they were flying from the cliffs of the French Alps. Let's take a look.
1, 2, 1.
This is when the adrenaline hits Fred, Vince and Jean-Phi, and this is when they fly. The 3 Frenchmen have been wingsuit flyers for 9 years now. Their suits feature a fabric that resembles wings, slowing their fall. They've been across the world in search of the best spots, but it's the cliffs here in the French Alps that they call home. Fred and Vince are triple world champions in acrobatic free fall. It's very different from traditional parachuting.
When you jump from a cliff, there is no wind. That's very different from jumping from a plane. Also, you're much closer to the ground, so you see the relief and the mountains go by. The idea is to have fun with this. It's very special and very different from jumping off a plane.
For 45 seconds of wingsuit flying, Fred, Vince and Jean-Phi sometimes climb for hours, always on the lookout for what's called the best exit, the best place to jump, with extremely specialized gear.
Inside you have little compartments that fill with air, and that allows us to fly, perform well and have fun. It's that simple.
But first, everything has to be under control. The wind, the gear, the trajectory.
3, 2, 1, allez base!
There are no schools for wingsuit flying and no official qualifications. Fatal accidents happen often. Fred, Vince and Jean-Phi have 14,000 parachute jumps under their belts and 800 in wingsuits. They say you have to master parachuting from a plane first, then practice jumping off cliffs. Only then should you try wingsuit jumping, perhaps the closest people have come to flying like a bird.
Ready, set, allez, c'est parti! Allez! Yeah! Woo!
In Chile, authorities are warning of a health risk as garbage is piling up. Garbage collectors went on strike, demanding higher pay.
Garbage is piling up with trash collectors on strike for a second day in Santiago, Chile. Garbage trucks are going nowhere. The collectors want higher pay.
We call on the government to intervene so that this injustice is ended and so that all of the garbage collectors in Chile earn the same. That is essentially what this fight is about.
Authorities warn of a looming health risk and are exploring options. The strike is expected to continue into a third day Wednesday.
And finally, it was a special day at the San Diego Zoo earlier this week as Xiao Liu, the zoo's youngest panda, celebrated his birthday.
For 1-year-old Xiao Liu, it's hard to know where to start. The panda cub was treated to a 3-tiered bamboo cake to celebrate his birthday. And he may be young, but he's also brave, according to San Diego Zoo's senior keeper, Jennifer Becerra.
He is definitely the first giant panda cub to actually walk to the cake without his mother investigating it first.
Created by zoo staff, the treat was flavored with yams, apples and carrots. Xiao Liu, whose name means little gift, is the 6th giant panda born at the San Diego Zoo.
That's all for today's program. Thank you for watching, and we will come back tomorrow again at the same time. Good night.